What's up, my party people? It's your boy Darshaun Smith back again for another video. Yeah, we got a nice, short, sweet, simple one for you today. You know, it's been a moment since I did Darshaun's commentary. Plus, you know, like I said in the last video, I put the other glasses on, so, you know, they're very rough. I mean, I don't think you'll be able to see them because you're kind of far away, but if you can, that's just how rough they are. Definitely before I go back to Iowa City, you know, and move into my new apartment, I need to, whatchamacallit, go to the eye doctor here again, you know, get a new pair or two. So, look alive for that. I don't even want a new pair, to be honest. I want to take my old, like, frames, you know, they're nicer frames. I just want to get, like, the glass inside them updated, you know. So, look alive for that. These two, like, literally, if I can get, like, new glass in all three pairs of my glasses, like, I'll be solid. I don't even need a new pair. But, that's separate, you know. We can talk more about this in tomorrow's podcast episode. So, look alive for that. Posting at noon. Hopefully, if I get it up in time, you know. But to the topic of the video, Darshaun. Come on. Okay, title: A wise man once said nothing at all. You know what caused this, Darshaun? Who was this wise man? I don't know, but that wise man was onto something. And same thing with positive vibes quotes. You know, I said that right. Positive vibes quotes. Okay. I was just looking through my screenshots, you know, every now and then I'm looking for something motivational, something to, you know, keep me on the grind, something to, you know, remind me of, like, the process, you know, and this right here, you know, the screenshot that's, you know, right here, right now on Mars Girl, you know, hopefully, I don't know if my camera's set up right, to be honest with you right now. I just redid the tripod, but, it should be somewhere on the left side of the screen. It says, sometimes peace requires you to be quiet, even if you're right, you know? Or in other words, like the title of this video, a wise man once said nothing at all. So Darshaun's commentary, how can we nuance this without getting copyrighted for just using these people's content, you know? There are many things in life, in many aspects, you know, situations, whatever it may happen to be, where you absolutely most 100% know that you and what you are talking about is 100% factual first and foremost, and it is right and the only solution or whatever it may happen to be to a problem, situation, or whatever, you know. But, you know, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate, you know. We're gonna look at both sides of this, you know. But there are certain people who you know, this kind of what I want to do for tomorrow's podcast episode, where it's like, you know, you get to a certain level in life, especially in this first world country we live in, you know, the United States of America, where, you know, you're kind of comfy, you know, you got some clothes on your back, you got a roof over your head, you got this and that. And in some places, some aspects, some work environments or whatever, if you speak up against el jefe, you know, the boss, whatever, you cut. And then there goes all your security. So some people look at this from that perspective, and they say, sometimes peace requires you to be quiet, even if you're right. So I'm going to shut up and get this check, you know. And I'm all for that, but, like, at the same time, not for me. You know, if that's you, go do that. Me, I don't care if it messes things up. I said this in a video in the past. I've said this in personal relationships. I mean, this has literally affected relationships, you know. I say what comes to my head. And if it's right, if it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong, you know. But one way or another, it's coming out, you know. And if it's wrong, educate me. That's the whole point of why, on the opposite side, I kind of disagree with this statement, you know. Like, there are times, most definitely, where you have to weigh the options and the risks of a potential conflict, you know. Sadly, you know, well, not sadly, just the reality of being a man is in every aspect or situation, you know, there's a possibility of conflict. Now, depending on the context of said conversation, depends on, will dictate how serious that conflict will be. You know, will it be Dracos, you know, or will it be the fist, or will it just be a heated worded exchange, you know? And in some cases, you know, you just have to navigate that. And it's like, well, if it's really that hostile, if, like, what they got the Dracos, they got the Gats, you know, whatever you want to say, they got the shooters, you know. Do you really think it's a good time for you to say what you gotta say and potentially die for it? And if not, push on. You know you're right. Whatever. Let your reputation take a hit. But I'd rather be alive with a terrible reputation than dead with good street rep, you know. So I'm good. But if it's something where it's like you just got to get into a quick verbal debate, maybe a quick holla here and there, man, if you've never faced no adversity in life, I can see why you on the left side of the spectrum, where you're just like gonna shut up and keep it moving. But hey, adversity is good. Adversity is growth, because it literally forces you to interact with people who are not like-minded in the same way as you, you know, so you can find that compromise, because that's literally why life just goes down the drain, you know. It's because like we've just, especially like I said, because of COVID and everything else, we've just separated, you know. We're like oil and water and everything else that just doesn't separate, you know, when mixed together, or that does separate when mixed together. So that argument, that positive discourse, whatever you want to call it, you know, that not being quiet, you know, like the wise man once was, and saying something even when you're right or wrong can be beneficial. So it goes both ways, you know. So I would say, you know, ultimately, in encompassing all thoughts in Darshaun's commentary, you know, a wise man did once say something at all, but another wise man spoke up for what he knew what was right, you know. And it's up to you to distinguish the difference between the two. So on that note, we out. Make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, hate, comment, dislike. I don't care what you do. Just make sure you stay positive at the end of the day. We out. Woo! Bonk.